year 2024-2025, and the Kololo ceremonial grounds to be the precincts of Parliament for the above-mentioned purpose. Given under my hand at Parliament House, Kampala, this 7th day of May 2024. Anita Annette Among, Speaker of Parliament.
Communication from the Chair.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, accompanied by the First Lady, Mama Janet Kataha Museveni, who also doubles to be the Minister of Education and Sports, Her Excellency, the Vice President, Major Retired Alupo Jessica Eper, His Lordship, the Honorable Chief Justice, Chigamoy Alphonse Owinidolo, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, the Deputy Chief Justice, His Lordship Richard Butera, the Right Honorable Prime Minister Robin Anabanja and her deputies, the Honorable Leader of Opposition in Parliament, Honorable Senyonyi Joel, the Cabinet Ministers and Ministers of State, the Vice Chairperson of NRM, Alhaji Chigongo, plus all the SEC members, Your Excellencies, the High Commissioners, Ambassadors and members of the Diplomatic Corps, Honorable Members of Parliament of Uganda and East African Legislative Assembly, the Inspector General of Government, Ms. Betty Olive Kamia Namisango, the guest speakers from our sister countries from Yala, the Head of Public Service and Secretary to Cabinet, the traditional, cultural and religious leaders that are present, the former leaders, the head of public agencies, corporations and parastatals, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to the second sitting of the 4th session of 11th Parliament. You're most welcome. As you may recall, last week on June 6, 2024, we had the honor of hosting His Excellency the President at the stage of the opening of the 4th session of the 11th Parliament. During this significant event, His Excellency delivered a compelling address on the state of nation. Let us join our hands and clap for His Excellency for the address that he gave us on that day, and that was for the good of our country, Uganda. Today we are once again immensely privileged and highly gratified to host His Excellency the President, who is here to deliver the budget speech for the financial year 2024-2025 in fulfillment of his constitutional obligation under Article 1551 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, which states, the President shall cause to be prepared and laid before Parliament in each financial year but in any case, not later than 15th day before the commencement of the financial year. The estimates and expenditure of government for the next financial year. Honorable members, today's budget speech is a culmination of a rigorous and comprehensive consultative process, which usually spans. Your Excellency, the Parliament of Uganda has appropriately adopted its rules of procedure in Part 24 to preserve and foster participation and consultation during the entire budget process. This part of the rule of procedure comprises of 11 rules covering aspects such as the National Budget Framework Paper, the Ministerial Policies, supplementary budgets, and appropriation. By so doing, Parliament is able to gather a wide range of perspectives, views, and opinions in shaping and informing the consideration of the national budget. In all this, legislature is guided by the principle that the national budget should reflect the shared values and priorities of our beloved nation and its people. Your Excellency, allow me briefly underscore some key milestones achieved by legislature during the budget consideration process. Pursuant to Section 9, 5 and 8 of the Public Finance Management Act and Rule 145 of the Rules of Procedure, the House approved the National Budget Framework Paper 2024-2025, 2028-2029 on 31st January 2023. Pursuant to Section 12 of the Public Finance Management Act 2015 and Rule 149 of the Rules of Procedure, Parliament approved the ministerial policy statements for the financial year 2024-2025 during the period of 4th to 12th April 2024. Pursuant to Section 8 of the Public Finance Management Act and Rule 150 of the Rules of Procedure, Parliament passed 5 tax and revenue bills on 16th to 16th May 2024 to enable the realization of revenues to finance the national budget for the financial year 2024-2025. In furtherance to Section 14 of the Public Finance Management Act 2015 and Rule 151-152 of the Rules of Procedure, Parliament approved the national budget for financial year 2024-2025 on 16th day of May 2024. And that's why we are here today. Your Excellency, we want to take this opportunity to commend the members for their dedication through the budget process in ensuring that we not only met the legal and constitutional timelines, but also adequately interrogated the budget together with the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, the Attorney General, and the entire front bench. We want to thank you so much. I specifically want to single out the Minister of State for Finance and Planning and Economic Development in charge of general duties, Honorable Museveni Henry, for devoting time and effort to the relevant committees and the House throughout the budget process. Henry, thank you so much. I also want to commend the Permanent Secretary and Secretary to Treasury for his technical support to the Minister and the continuous legal guidance from the Attorney General. I want to thank you so much. Without preempting the President's speech on the budget, I would like to highlight very salient issues that arose during the budget consideration process. One, the need for continuous resource allocation to agricultural mechanization, agro-industrialization, and value addition as a bedrock to wealth creation and a sustainable development. Two, the need to increase funding to the development of the tourist sector to optimally hasten Uganda's tourist potential. Three, the need to align resource allocation with the prevailing government policy on rationalization, that is RAPEX, which should translate into enhanced efficiency and elimination of duplication and wasteful expenditure. Four, the need for resource efficiency measures to address the risk of the debt burden. Five, the need to increase the public investment in productive growth areas and deepen financial inclusion, and the eight, the growth of taxable formal sector so as to widen our tax base and improve on the GDP ratio. Six, Your Excellency, considering your consistent advocacy for integration of East African community, Parliament is cognizant of the need for strengthening and cascading the East African integration so as to ease the movement of people, goods, and services. Your Excellency, we share your passion and commitment towards the realization of the total federation of the East African community. Parliament pledges absolute support towards the realization of your vision for a united and a viable East African community so as to widen, strengthen, tighten, and deepen the economic, political, social, and cultural integration. And this would help us in improving the production, the trade, and investment in East Africa. The need to enhance the human capital development as a way of leveraging the competitiveness of the Ugandan population. Your Excellency, this budget that we are receiving today is a product of complementary working relationship between the three arms of government: the executive, legislature, and judiciary. This has led to improved transparency in budgeting process. We pledge to continue this cooperation in the best interest of our beloved country. Your Excellency and honorable members, today's budget speech is therefore an opportunity to demonstrate our commitment to prioritize the needs of our people and make sure that we achieve the vision of His Excellency on prosperity of a money economy. And that is through EMIOGA, the Parish Development Model, the 4-Acre Prosperity Development Model, etc. Your Excellency and honorable members, as we embark on the financial year 2024-2025, I urge the accounting officers as entrusted stewards of public resources to exercise diligence and due of care in safeguarding and ensuring the efficiency and effective utilization of public resources. Your Excellency, previously we have urged accounting officers to share with the leadership of legislature any instances of influence peddling. However, we haven't received any of such information. We urge the accounting officers to maintain open channels of communication and coordination with the leadership for transparency and accountability. Honorable members, in the discharge of our oversight and appropriation roles, let us avoid any inducement from these accounting officers. And this is prescribed in Appendix F of our Rules of Procedure, which talks about the conduct of members while on duty. Your Excellency, in the financial year 2024-2025, Parliament will duly exercise its oversight role of public expenditure through relevant committees in fulfillment of our commitment to transparency and accountability. Lastly, but not least, Your Excellency would like to thank you so much for according us an opportunity, especially for members who went and visited Gomba, Sembabule, and Kisosi on the 4-acre development model for prosperity, and this visit was an eye-opener for a practical transformation of the household economy. Your Excellency, your continuous inspiration and transformation approach to development and creating awareness to the populace that has led the people to follow your guidelines of transforming people from grass-thatched houses to the mabati. It is written in Lunyankole. I may not be able to mention how your book is written, but we know what is written in it, and we have really used it and tried to transform our communities. Your Excellency, I kindly request you to consider inviting the other members of Parliament who have not been there to see what has been done there, so that they can come back and preach the same gospel to their constituents. As we go for recess, we will be very available, and we request that maybe you invite the members of Parliament to go and visit that development 4-acre model. I now want to, as I conclude, I want to wish all our Muslim brothers and sisters a happy Eid Adha 2024. May Allah fulfill all your wishes as you've been praying. I say all this for God and my country.
Presentation of the budget speech by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda.
Honorable members, I have been duly notified that the Minister of Planning and Economic Development will deliver the speech on behalf of His Excellency the President, who is the Chief Minister of Finance. The President will then, after delivery of the speech, make his brief remarks on the budget of this financial year. I now take this opportunity to invite Honorable Kasaija, the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, to deliver the speech on behalf of the President. Most welcome.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency Mama, the First Lady, the Honorable Vice President, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Your Lordship, the Deputy Chief Justice, the Vice Chairperson of the NRM Party, the Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Leader of the Opposition, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of